wash me out. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany, also known as Skeller Fit, and this is like 0 to 100. We are just flat out going for it, okay? I know I've been so sporadic on my videos here in the past, but I actually have stuff to show you now. And the next 10 weeks, I kind of have some things like cherry picked of when I am going to post them. But this is some serious stuff. If you do not know, I went and had testing done at the beginning of March. I had extensive blood paneling done, and I also had a GI map submitted. No, I had a sample submitted for a GI map. And the results are in, but I do have a coach, and he is a gut and hormone specialist. And before I make any further decisions about what I should do in my fitness journey, I really, truly believed that I needed to get some extensive testing done. My final straw was my sister asking me when I went to get my hair done if my hair was starting to thin. I've always had thick hair. My hair's always been long, except for that stint where I cut my hair really short. I like my hair longer. I had been noticing that my hair was thinning in certain areas. But those are things like, oh, it's just happening because of age. And I'm in my 30s, so of course. Well, with this testing, I did a bunch of paneling, and I'm gonna go over my GI map before I go over my blood results, only because we are doing gut first. A lot of the gut issues will help with the blood paneling results. It's not just about finding my potential and reaching it. It is to get my body into the ultimate optimal position to reach further in my fitness journey. You don't really know, you don't have a benchmark to go off of until you start. And that's exactly what all this was for. Gut protocol. I've talked about it on my social media several times that I will be undergoing, I'll be doing a gut protocol. And this is after finding several of my, so if you don't know what a GI map is, it tests the levels of the bacteria inside your gut to see if there's any bad bacteria. If there's any bad bacteria, there's also a testing done along with that to see if there are any links to having any negative side effects to any antibiotics, if that's the route that you choose. But if you know me, you know my beef with Big Pharma. So any chance to not take medication like that, I'm all for, which is really great because my coach and I align that way. And we're taking a very holistic approach with all of this. Everything is, it'll make more sense in a second. I cut corn out of my diet almost a year and a half ago. And cutting corn out of my diet, you don't realize how much corn is in. It's stupid. I like crunchy things. Every dang chip known to mankind is made with some type of modified corn flour. So I've been restricted to potato chips, which is fine, but hey, you know, everybody likes a dang good chips and salsa or chips and guacamole. Mexican food. I can't tell you the last time that I had real Mexican food. So anyway, I've known that I've had some type of issue with corn, and I just cut it out of my diet. But the results are showing that I do have a gluten intolerance, which, good gracious, really, as much of a fad that gluten-free has turned into, That's the last thing that I want to do, is go to a restaurant and ask that's like, may I have gluten-free, please? Like, when you don't, there are people that suffer from Crohn's disease. There are people that legitimately suffer from celiac disease, that seriously their bodies cannot break down gluten. I'm going to get off that soapbox. Needless to say, those are my results. I am gluten intolerant. I am corn intolerant, which I had already known. There's major inflammation happening. What's going to end up happening is I'm going to go through a kill-off phase. And that's going to be, right now, we're looking at 10 weeks. And inside this kill-off phase, my diet is going to be severely restricted. There's going to be no gluten, no dairy, no artificial sweeteners, no alcohol, no coffee, no tea. That means that I will be caffeine free. I will only be limited to water, salt and pepper, very little pepper. So I will more than likely not use pepper at all because I cannot use any spices. My diet is going to be extremely bland. I'm fortunate enough that Coach has literally broken down everything that I will need at this moment into 5 different meals. I will probably eventually do what I eat in a day. The only downside to that I see showing that is I do not, under any circumstances, want to show what I'm eating in a day in this intense gut protocol and somebody that's watching follow this and think that this is what it's going to take to lose weight. That's not what this is for. I am sharing my journey simply to, 1, be accountable, 2, it's going to show just like I could have just accepted my fate and said, all right, I'm gluten-free. I can't eat anything with gluten in it. I can't eat anything with corn in it. There are things that are going to make me extremely bloated. There are going to be things that I just can't eat or drink anymore. Or I could take medication for the rest of my life. And I'm sorry, I don't want to do that. And if there is an inkling of a chance that taking 10 weeks out of my entire life to change the trajectory of how I live the rest of my life, by God, sign me up. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get off my soapbox again. And we're going to talk about some of the supplements that I'm going to be using in this gut protocol because they finally came in. So let's get into it. When it comes to the supplements, there's a few things here that we're going to be using. Gut Defender. I kind of have a light going on right now. The Gut Defender is going to restore the gut lining, and it'll support phase 1 and 2 of the detoxification, because what we're going to try to do is completely strip the lining and kill off, that's why it's called kill phase, kill off all the bacteria, but hopefully give the environment, make the environment sustainable for the good bacteria. We're going to be using Beta Plus. Beta Plus, it's going to help break down the food and to support bile salt flow and production through the liver. Let's see, can you read that? Yes, I love it. I'm going to show you how I'm going to keep all this in line. It also came today. Oh, we're going to be taking some Sacro Bees. Sacro Bees. Can you read? There we go. So, yeah, this is going to help keep the good bacteria from crashing down from the antimicrobials. It'll also help kill off H. pylori, which was also found that's a bad bacteria. It's kind of common. 50% of Americans have it. If I have that correct and I remember that correctly, that's something that can be killed off with antibiotics, but I don't want to do that. Then we're going to be taking some very potent, yeah, it's like oregano. And let me tell you, pulling this out of the package, Bro. This is strong. So I'm gonna be doing this. It works as an antimicrobial and an antiparasitic. Then I've got a toothpaste. Toothpaste won't be here till Monday. That's why I'm going to start the gut protocol on Monday. That includes training, eating, and taking all these supplements. Also went ahead and got some glutamine. Got to do 10 milligrams in the morning and night on an empty stomach. It'll help soothe the gut lining and reduce inflammation and repair what's happening. And then I've got a little bit of a stress reliever here with Cortese. And that's literally what it is. It's going to help to metabolize the cortisol faster. So that's what we're going to start with. I also got a tongue scraper. Never used one of these before, and I've got a geographical tongue, so we're going to see how this goes. If you don't know what a geographical tongue is, yeah, it's funny. That's what we're going to be using when it comes to the shenanigans. Again, I may do what I eat in a day. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But I ordered this shenanigan off of Amazon, and it's like a tackle box for pills, because I'm going to be doing 5 meals a day. Most of those supplements are taken at 1, 3, and 5. Some of them are taken between meals. So with this, there's a morning, noon, evening, and bedtime. So that'll be perfect. 1, 3, and 5, and then the bottom, because it's just going to be 2 pills in between. Each individual one comes out separately, which is awesome. They look like this. So this is what I'm going to use to help my week. I do have weekly check-ins. With that, because I have to be very specific on the check-ins, I ordered these cute things. These are just little notebook journals that do have the elastic wrap. I can date them in the top. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that because of the lighting, but okay, whatever. There's also a back pocket. So I'm going to use this because this is a gut protocol. I'm going to have to be very detailed in some of the TMIs of life, but that's okay because that is what he is there for, to listen to all of those. And this is also going to help me track moods, because mood shift is going to be, yeah, it's just imagine you're stripping your life down to bare minimum, and that's what's about to happen. And I have had 2 weeks to really get into the mind frame of that. I thought that's what was going to happen. I didn't know the extent or the severity of what this is going to be like, but I am extremely fortunate that I have coaches that are very honest, and brutally honest at that. But he said that he went through it about 1.5 years ago, and it was the best decision that he ever made. So I am going to be creating a goal board this weekend before I start. It's going to have weekly goals on it, things that I can achieve to help me count down and kind of forget what this is going to be, because I can't fall off course. Once I start, I can't stop until it's done. And that's why I am making this video. I'm going so far in depth, being extremely honest with you. I am nervous, but I know that I can do it. And I'm looking forward to the day when I don't stand up after lunch or after dinner and feel like I can literally lift my stomach because the bloat is so bad. You now know what the gut protocol is. We start on Monday. And by the time I post this, it's probably going to be Monday, because I have a couple more videos that I need to get out before this to kind of catch you up. That's okay. This is going to be great. Join me for this journey. If you have not liked or subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that bell notification so you know when I post. I do have a schedule of what I would like to do in this process, kind of walk you through my emotions after month 1, my emotions after month 2. Kind of give you a lowdown of how I'm acting and interacting with this protocol, how it's going. Like, am I ready to strangle everybody that I'm walking in contact with? because I do have a full-time job. Haha. So, this is going to be a true test of my will, my power, and you know what? We're going to come out at the other end of this ready to go. Now, don't forget that this whole process, like, yes, it's 10 weeks initially, but then we're going to have to start adding things back in to make sure that this is not like, I can't just go balls to the wall, take everything away, and then add everything right back. Because what if I am still sensitive to something? Well, the best way to find out is to implement things in slowly. So that's what we're going to do. We'll talk all about that later whenever we get to that stage. My main focus right now is to get through the next 10 weeks. Get into the best mindset as I can to make this work. It's going to work because I have you guys, I have myself, I have a wonderful partner that helps me through crazy things like this. I have a wonderful coach and a wonderful team behind me. Join me as we go down this GO protocol. Until next time, I love you. Peace. Also, P.S. To anticipate how my nerves are going to happen, I took all my nails off. So I'm gonna look a little crazy, and we're about to kick all the bad habits to the curb. So much easier said than done. All right, bye guys.